Gibson has expanded the Supreme offerings with new SG models. We're going to check them out today, so stick around. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee.
I'm Cooper Greenberg.
We're here with Alamo Music in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, turn on notification, like our videos. If you want to support the channel, visit our spring store link below for custom swag. And check out our podcast, the Fretboard Confessional, wherever you get your podcasts. So the Supreme has come first to the Les Paul, now to the ES335, and to the SGs. And it is basically an over-the-top modern incarnation of the guitars that we know and love. In this particular case, it changes the SG, I think, more than the Les Paul or the 335 changes. And we'll kind of get into that. But they are definitely good-looking guitars.
Oh, they're good looking. Yeah, there's 3 finishes. We do have all 3.
Mm-hmm.
We just have 2 of them in the video today, but just imagine the fire burst.
It's right here.
It's right here. But yeah, really good looking guitars, and also, kind of that modern rock sort of vibe that I think people really loved about the newer Les Paul Supremes. This is just kind of, like Chris said, does some different things to an SG that you really can't find other spots.
Yeah, I mean, the specs are basically the same with the Supreme stuff, so to speak. So the first thing that you can see very striking is that you get beautifully figured tops. So Les Pauls already have figured tops. They're upgraded on the Supreme line. Some 335s have figured tops, again, upgraded on the Supreme line with different colors. And these, there is a modern, so I should say SGs don't, but I would think of this as kind of the more modern. It's maybe the true successor. So you get a beautifully figured top and a variety of finishes that you otherwise wouldn't see. Do they call this trans ebony?
Transparent ebony? Transparent ebony burst, yeah.
And then you got wine red.
Wine red.
And then the wine red is pretty striking. My favorite.
Anything wine red that Gibson makes, I'm usually pretty down for it. But yeah.
So figured tops, gold hardware, unique inlay, different pickups, switching options. That's basically the formula in a nutshell. Now, those of you who are, what's the term we're going with? Gibsonados? Gibson aficionados. Know that the Supreme isn't new. There were Supremes in the past. But these are a different take on them. So the headstock inlay is different than what you saw on past Supremes. From what my understanding on this is, it's actually an old inlay pattern that Gibson found. It's pretty cool. And then you've got your split block inlays on the fingerboard, which is ebony. Again, a Supreme staple. And of course, you've got your gold hardware on your locking tuners, all of your bridge, your stop tail, gold covered pickups, and cool switching options to go with it. Some of the unique things with the SG on this that stands out, first of all, is the strap button location.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What do you think about that?
I mean, I like it on a Strat, so why would I not like it on an SG?
It seems to be the place to put it.
Yeah, instead of back there.
Yeah, I think purists may have an issue with this, but one of the nice things about an SG is the access to the upper register that you get, and the strap button would typically kind of be in the way a little bit, so relocating it just helps with the, kind of the access that you're going to get and the comfort of it. So I dig it, and you get that kind of gold button right there at the top. And then, of course, you've got your pickups that are different. You want to talk about kind of what's going on?
Yeah, so these are both Burst Bucket Pros, but we got the Plus in the bridge, and both of these are splittable, of course, because it's a modern collection Gibson.
Only the volumes are push-pull.
Yeah, so you got push-pull here on the volumes. You can split to single coil on either one of these, have them both on, have one split, one not, so you get a variety of tonal options, which I think is one of the main things that draws people to the more modern style Les Pauls, SGs, whatever.
It's more versatile.
Getting to have all these different sounds in there. So in the demo, you'll see me kind of split and moving around so you can hear each option, both split, not split, and then in between, split, not split, split, not split, both unsplit. You know what I'm saying?
Cooper does the splits. That's what we're going to title.
I love a little split action.
This video.
Yeah.
So compound radius on the neck. Did you notice that while you're playing, or just kind of the comfort of it?
It's super easy to play.
And then the thing that I think maybe changes this to me compared to a normal SG is it feels like a little bit of a different guitar, and that's because that maple top is not kind of a thin veneer. In fact, if you turn that one, you can really see it because of the lighter color. You can really see it on the treble side because you can basically see like half of the body is mahogany and half of the body is maple. Maple's got some weight to it. I always kind of find it funny when Gibson would do weight relief on a Les Paul, they're kind of hollowing out the lighter wood, you know, in the mahogany body, when that maple cap is what adds a lot of weight. SGs are generally pretty light guitars, so in this case, it doesn't make it a heavy guitar, but it does change kind of how it feels.
Balances it a little bit
more.
Yeah,
it really does. And I kind of dig it for that purpose. So it's cool. Ebony fingerboard, compound, fast playing, lots of options, very versatile.
Locking Grovers.
Locking Grover tuners. Goldvers?
Goldvers, yeah. In this modern era, you got to have a quick string change, you know. So cool guitars. I'm just playing it through the amp, no pedals, but we got a little drive on there. I think you'll be able to hear a little, you know, definitely a difference between the two pickups. When you go to the bridge and it's full humbucker, you're getting bite right through, versus on the neck, you got that kind of almost jazzy warmth that I feel like, you know, a Gibson neck humbucker, like it can really lend itself to that. So a lot of different sounds in here. You hear the humbuckers, single coils, all that stuff. Check it out.
So there you have the musical stylings of Cooper Greenberg on the SG Supreme. So
there's some Supreme licks built into this thing. It's what I like to call a La Bamba machine. You know, it's got all the songs included inside. I dig them. I think, unfortunately, we kind of wanted to do a Supreme video with both this and the ES Supreme. That ES Supreme sold the day that it dropped in the store. And so I think people are liking them. That's always the weird thing. Sometimes the Gibsons take so long to actually show up that sometimes if we don't have them right at launch, it's like, what's the true reaction on this? If we have something at launch, we know that the people that have been waiting on it, that are excited about it, are going to give us a call. When we get stuff in like this, where we've been waiting for a while, but it's after the initial launch, it's a good sign that like there's still just people like, oh yeah, I like that. Comparing it to a normal SG standard 61 or something like that, there's an SG for everybody. But I do think that the Supremes, they picked the right colors on them. They did the right aesthetic treatments and the right pickups, and they're just good.
They're very cool guitars. So if you're interested in these, you can get them from us. You can visit our website, which is
alamomusic.com.
Do you want to do your Gibson PSA?
Here's the Gibson PSA. You're going to see some photos that are really pretty of these guitars on our website, and you're going to be like, man, I want to buy that so bad.
They're really nice photos. They're better than the photos you'll see on Gibson's website.
Hey, that's maybe true. But you're going to want the guitar, and you're like, I've been looking for one of those, and that's a perfect top on this wine red. I want to get that one. And then it's going to be like, you can't purchase this online. If you've watched other Gibson videos, you know the score. You just got to call us, because we got them. And if they do sell out, then, we can get another one. It's not a big deal.
That's it. So if you want these, you can get them. You can't add to cart, but there are workarounds for that in this day and age, and we will get the Gibson to your hot little hands. Don't you worry about it. And of course, if you're local, you can come in and check them out and, talk to Cooper and say, what do you think? Play this one. And he's glad to do that all day long.
Yep. So, yep.
If you're new to our channel, what should they do, Cooper?
You want to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, because there's always cool, neat, fun things coming out that we just want to show off, and then like the videos and comment on them, and
so do all of those things. Keep your YouTube tuned here, and we'll see you next time.